Hello, I'm Teacher Robin. Welcome to another live streaming class. If this is your first time to join us, the way the classes work is that you can participate by writing in the comments. So today we're going to talk about Labor Day, and I'll explain exactly what that is and give you some tips, some phrasal verbs to use at the office. So if you have any questions during the class, feel free to write them down in the comments and I'll be checking them throughout the class. Okay, so let's start by talking about some fun facts about Labor Day. So what is Labor Day? Okay, this is also known as International Workers' Day, and it is celebrated tomorrow, May 1st, in over 80 countries. Okay, so it is a national holiday in over 80 countries. Maybe in your country you celebrate Labor Day as well. So this a national holiday means that you don't have to work in celebration of all of the hard work that people do the rest of the year. So this is to give people kind of a break and to show appreciation. All right, so in honor of Labor Day, we are going to talk about some phrasal verbs that are useful for you at the office. All right, so let's look at some examples. Okay, phrasal verbs. Remember that a phrasal verb is composed of a verb and a preposition. Okay, and sometimes they can be separated or sometimes they have to go together. So let's look at some examples. Okay, a phrasal verb you might need to use at work. To call something off. This means to cancel something. Okay, if you call something off, it means you cancel it. Let's see an example. Some of your colleagues couldn't attend the meeting, so it has been called off. So in this case, we're using it in the past tense. Called off with the ed. Okay, let's see another phrasal verb. To push something back, to push back. This means to delay something or to move something into the future. Okay, for example, the meeting has now been pushed back to the next month. Okay, so it's been rescheduled. All right, I see several people are watching already. Eduardo, Fatma, Paul, Doris, Amir, and Mohammed. I hope I pronounced all of those names right. They are joining us. So thanks for watching, and be sure to write your questions in the comments or just say hello again. Okay, let's see another phrasal verb. To bring something up. This means to mention something. So when you mention something, you speak about it, whether that's in a meeting or in a conversation, a casual conversation. For example, you want to talk about a particular matter, so you bring it up during the meeting. Okay, to come up with something. If you come up with something, it means to think of something or to provide a new idea. So for example, during a work discussion, you came up with, okay, so we can use it in the past as well. You came up with a great idea. Okay, so something that occurs to you either kind of randomly or as you're thinking about a problem, you come up with a solution, for example. Okay, another example, to take something on, to take on something extra. Okay, here, this means to agree to accept additional responsibility, okay, specifically at work. Your boss wants you to take on some extra work. So this is in addition to what you already do. If you take something on, it means you're going to do even more things. All right, let's see another example. Yeah. To stay behind. Okay, to stay behind means that you stay longer in the office than was anticipated. Okay, for example, your boss might say you must stay behind to finish work. So that means that you don't leave at the hour you normally do at your usual time. You stay behind, you remain in the office until you finish with what you're supposed to do. Okay, I see we have a comment from Sarwar. He says, I want to speak English fluently. Please advise me and provide me your tips. Okay, when we finish with the lesson, I'm going to give you more information about improving your fluency with us here at ABBA English. So stay tuned, keep watching, and I'll mention that in just a second. Okay, let's see a couple more examples before we finish. To carry something out. To carry out means to do something or to finish something, to complete something. For example, we carried out several surveys related to our product. So we started them and we actually finished them. Okay, another example, to switch something on. So when you arrive at the office, you switch something on, which means to start a piece of electronic equipment, like your laptop, for example. You switch it on. You switch on your computer when you arrive at work. You might switch on the printer or any other kind of electronic device. Okay, to take on. So this is related to human resources. If you take on more staff, it means to hire more staff or to recruit more staff. For example, the company is growing and we need to take on more staff, more employees, etc. Okay, so that means to bring new people, more people onto your team. Okay, so we've just seen 10 examples of phrasal verbs that you can use at work. I know that this has been a quick review. Remember that this video stays in the video section of our Facebook page, so you can watch it again if you want to review them or take notes, etc. You have that available to you. So now I want to practice together. So in the comments, I want you to write a few examples using the phrasal verbs that you've just learned. And as our topic is related to Labor Day, I would like to know, do you celebrate Labor Day in your country? And what are your plans? For example, I'm from the US and we celebrate it on a different day, not May 1st. So maybe in your country, you celebrate Labor Day on a different day. Or if you do celebrate Labor Day tomorrow, then tell us, how are you planning to enjoy your day? What plans do you have? Okay, so as you are doing that, I'm going to answer the question that someone asked before. How do I speak more fluently? I want to learn more English. So you can do that with us here at Abbott English through our course. So we have a complete course from beginners to business level. Our course has 144 units, and each unit focuses on a different grammar point. So you start with a short film, then you see a video class explaining the grammar, and then you practice all 4 of your skills: speaking, listening, reading, and writing. So you practice all of that in the course, and it's available on your smartphone, your PC, or your Mac, or your tablet. So you can study on any of those devices, and your progress is saved. So you can take it with you anywhere you go. So on your way to work, you could study, or during your lunch break, or before you go to bed. So it's very convenient. So this is a great way to improve your fluency, as someone asked, and your English language skills in general. So check that out on abbottenglish.com if you want more information. We're also available on all of the social media networks, such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. So check those out. We are posting new content on there every day. So lots of new information that you can learn. And you can also check out our blog, or our Abbott Journal. And there you can find articles about all kinds of information, especially if you're interested in English for business. You can find lots and lots of articles related to this topic, as well as English for travel, more grammar articles. You can find some really good information there on our Abbott Journal, blog.abbottenglish.com as well. Okay, so we have a few questions. All right. Pamela says, what's the difference between come up versus brought up? Okay, if something comes up, or to come up during a discussion, it means that it was mentioned, but maybe you specifically didn't say it. We could say the topic of how to speak English fluently came up during the live streaming. Okay, who brought up that question? It was Semwar, I think his name was. I can't remember specifically. I'm so sorry. But yes, so someone brought up the question. So we can say that the question came up in general, and then the person specifically brought it up. Okay, so Pamela, thank you for that question. That was a really good question. Daniel has a question: how to wish Labor Day to someone? How to, well, you can just say Happy Labor Day. Happy Labor Day. Enjoy your Labor Day. Get some rest. Enjoy yourself. So Labor Day is really a day for people to relax, to spend time with your family, to enjoy a day off when you don't have to work. So just say Happy Labor Day. That's the easiest way to congratulate someone. Okay, all right. This is not exactly related to today's topic, but that's okay. Robert says the difference between specially and especially. Okay, Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you that explanation in the comments. I'll write it down because it's easier to explain it that way. But that is a good question, and that's a question that many students have. So check in just a few minutes your comments, and I'll have the answer for you there. Okay, if there are any other questions related to today's topic, phrasal verbs, then feel free to write them down. Phrasal verbs for work, I should say. And I want to thank everyone for your questions. And please keep writing them in the comments, and I will be checking later on today. So thanks for that. Next week, we're going to be talking about interjections and changing the subject. Okay, so this could also be work-related, but it can be general conversation as well. So to interject is when we kind of interrupt a conversation because something needs to be said. So how can we do this in a polite way? And then changing the subject is kind of finding a flow, how to move on to another subject the right way. Okay, so I want to thank everyone who joined the class today and for your questions. We had some great questions, so that's good. I hope it was useful for you, and if you are celebrating Labor Day tomorrow, I hope that you have a great one. So take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye!